Good morning. It is 13th of October, 2022. It's very early morning, so getting right into it. What are we looking at here? We're looking at a book called Flemming, and it says, from the creator of MIA and the Infernal Clock, Adam C. Mitchell. A World War II espionage, real-time journaling adventure. Flemming. And it also includes a bonus chapter from the author's book, The Lost Angel. All right, so we've already looked at this, so I'm wanting to give a review of this, and I'll give my normal disclaimers. Adam C. Mitchell is a friend of mine. Adam Mitchell is he's a mentor of mine, really, when it comes to gaming and game books and writing, right? But I paid for this, that $8 or $8.20 or whatever it costed, right? I paid for it, and I bought 2 copies actually. And so I'll give all those disclaimers because I'm going to give my opinions of the book and what I think of the book. It sounds odd. A World War II espionage, real-time journaling adventure. What's that mean? Well, what you're going to need to play, you're going to need some paper. That's my journal. That's the journal I use. That's the actual writing in it. Journal. You're going to need a D6, and you're going to need a writing instrument. I like using a pen myself. I like the way the pen flows across paper. Secondly, I think you get more out of it if you use pen and paper or pencil and paper instead of writing on a computer or writing on a iPad or something. I just think you would get much more out of it because it really felt like you was writing in a dossier or writing a journal, if you will. And what you're going to do, you are Agent Flemming of the 30 Assault Unit, right? And you're based in Berlin, and you're in Berlin in 1942, and so you're going to write about your experiences, right? And how you're going to play, how you're going to start, it's going to tell you a few things, right? You're going to roll a 2. You're going to look on here. It's going to say you are working undercover under a fake identity deep within the Nazi-controlled government establishment, all right? So, and then that's what you're doing there, and what kind of a person is Agent Flemming. Number 4, within the ranks of the 30 Assault Unit, you are considered a smoking gun. I kind of like this one. When this mission is over, you plan to break free of the luff and search out something new, right? What kind of person you are. And then you're going to, it's going to give you some rules on what you should write about. First scene you should say. And then you're just going to write the scene and write things that have happened already. And these are the Agent Flemming table. Each scene you're going to roll on it, and it's going to be, a 3. You rolled a 3. You learned a difficult truth about someone they trusted. All right. Then a 1 over here. You rolled a 1. Someone you trusted betrayed you. And that's the mission in the Agent Flemming table. That's going to be your other ones. And you're just going to write those. And each time after the scene 1, you're going to roll another die. And then that would be a 1. So that would be scene 2. After you write that one, 3, you add 2 to the 3. That'll be scene 5. Until you get through 2, until it all adds up to 24 or more. And then that will be your final mission. They've got plenty of stuff in here, prompts. You don't have to use this. I like using this though. Besides your mission and that you and your mission, what else you're going to roll on? You rolled a 1. You're gathering intel. That's what you was doing, right? When you got in your scrape or someone betrayed you, right? And I found that easy to use. A 6. You have a shootout or a chase. That's a fun one. You're going to write each of these scenes. And when you get to 24, when it all adds up to 24 or more, you're just going to get back to you're gonna go to the finale, which that's gonna be it. You're gonna it's the crescendo, if you will. And depending on how you've went throughout, you're going to find out what happens to you, your fall or your, whatever goes on, right? And cool thing about it, there's writer's aids in here to tell you. I really haven't used these, but you could. They're good. I've read them. They're good aids. You can tell you, words to use and so on and what you can say. I surprised myself. This book surprised me. This game surprised me because every time I've played it, I end up. Of course, I roll. Who Agent Flemming? I've always rolled. He's a smoking gun, or he's someone who don't really care, or he's out for himself. So, what was one of them? One of my missions. The overall mission was. What was that? What did I roll on as the overall mission? It was a. So, no, that's. My overall mission was. I wasn't working undercover. Up against incredible odds. That was the one. Up against incredible odds that only you, a self-proclaimed ace within the 30th Assault Unit, can deal with. That's really what I was doing. And so in my mind, I was trying to take out Adolf Hitler, right? Trying to assassinate him. And I got to the point, every one of these I've done so far, I became a maniac. Quit the company, if you will, and just so I can continue my my tunnel vision approach and completing what I've done, and it obviously turns out bad, right? And just such a it was, and I'm like, look at this writing I've done. And someone said, got done with the game, and I was like, hey, look at this, and they said, you wrote all that for a game? Sure, playing a game, and it was a tremendous time, a fun time, a time you're making story, you're building a story, you're kind of, and it, like I said, about the funnest time I've had in gaming in a long time. Now, I'll be honest with you, is it for everybody? I don't think it is for everybody. Honestly, I didn't know if this would be for me. Found out it was. So, my first kind of writing game I've ever played was a game that was Quill. It was kind of a writing game, medieval writing game, letter writing game, and it was worth the price to pay for the book, I guess. But I found it lacking a little bit for me. It wasn't. This gave me enough creative freedom to really where I could make my own story, and it was just fabulous, right? Like I said, I surprised myself. I got into the character and I became a maniac. Every time I played it, I've become a maniac. And I would also say play it in one sitting. I think playing it in one sitting gives it more oomph, gives it more of the fun factor. But it's a fun game, a fun game. But like I said, it's not for everyone, I don't think. I think that if you are just looking for strategy and not looking for a creative type thing, it's not for you. If you're just looking to beat something, that's not for you. It's not that type of a game. It's more of an experience. It's more about the journey than it is about the end. If you're just looking to win or beat something, that's not what it isn't probably for you. But again, you may surprise yourself. You may get it and find out something that you didn't know. If you're a spy movie fan, WW2 or something, I would say this would be for you. You would like this. I think if you were interested in other parts of war, I believe if you're interested in other parts of war, besides just the movements and order of battles, this is for you. And at a price, it's like $8, right? It's like $8, so it's a good price, and it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun, but you got to lose yourself into it. You have to kind of give yourself this. You got to suspend disbelief and lose yourself to the action. And if you do that, and if you get, and if you can use some of the writing aids and stuff, you will have a blast. It ain't got to be great. You ain't got to be a great runner. It's just got to be great to you. It's just got to give you a fabulous narrative. And it's a great writing tool. If you're someone who's getting stuck in writing, I think you do this. And I thought, you might play this game and you find you don't want to write. No, I find that it opens you up creatively to want to do more, want to get more out there. So that's it. That's all. I say it's fun. And if you're into writing, if you're into English, if you're into any kind of anything like that, you would like it. I say give it a try. It's worth giving it a try. It's not the game. When you say it's a game, it's not the game you think it is, or maybe the game you want, but it's the game you may need. It's that fun. And I did ask, and he told me, but he's reproduced it here. Where are you getting these ideas for writing games? And he put it on his development notes. I want to share that with you. Here we go, right here. Solo journal-based games were a style of interactive fiction seen quite a lot in Japan during the 1980s. Their form generally told the story of the readers/players or as the arc as this book does, but they always tell the readers/players of the readers/players' downfall. The epic hero doomed to fail is a popular anime trope seen in this type of fiction. However, these books faded away to be replaced by the multiple path and traditional game books of the West, such as Fighting Fantasy. Yeah, I think it's a great form of interactive fiction, a great form, great game, a lot of fun. Engineers might not have fun with it, and I say that as someone who started my education off as an engineer, my father was an engineer, and so a designer. So I didn't want to do that. My mind went other places. But give it a try. It is, if you, I'm saying it again, I've said it a bunch of times, if you can lose yourself and suspend disbelief, this can be a lot of fun. Okay, I'm done. Adam C. Mitchell has this kind of a encyclopedic knowledge of interactive fiction. So this right here just blew my mind. And pick it up. You may have fun with it. Okay, again, it's like $8. It's almost, you can just pick it up and see what it does. If you remember the old games of, Victory Point games, those old games that came in those Ziploc bags, we used to just buy them to see what they did because they was like $10, $15, right? You can do that with this. Just see what it does. Just take it out for a spin. I had a blast with it. I'm probably going to play this probably more than a lot of other people would, just because I find it so fun. All right, done. That's long enough. I've rattled on long enough. I will talk to you soon. Y'all be careful out there and stay safe. Bye-bye.